As a writer, it's critically important to have brilliant plots. Now there is a lot in this video, so I suggest you watch it once and then take notes the second time around. Before we begin, we need to define what a plot even is. A plot is the sequence of events that make up a story, and it's an essential element of any piece of writing. In this video, we'll go over several tips and techniques that you can use to create plots that will keep your readers engaged and invested in your stories. The 5 basic principles of great plots are: 1. Have a clear and compelling conflict. Remember, without conflict, stories tend to get boring. 2. Have a clear goal or desire for the protagonist. Without a goal, there is no journey. 3. Have a clear and satisfying resolution. Think of a great show that had a bad ending. The entire show is ruined by a bad conclusion. I'm looking at you. Lost. 4. Have well-developed characters and relationships. I have a whole video on character development. I'll put a link card on the screen. And 5. Have a clear and consistent structure. Without a structure for the reader, a story becomes confusing. Now let's deep dive into each one of these principles and provide tips for achieving each when you write your next brilliant plot. Principle number 1: create a clear conflict. Conflict is the heart of any good plot, and it can take many forms, for example, external, internal, or interpersonal. Consider what obstacles your characters will face and how they will overcome them. One tip is to start with an idea or concept that you're passionate about. The more passionate you are about your idea, the more likely you are to create a compelling plot with a realistic conflict. As an exercise, try brainstorming a list of ideas and themes that excite you, and then choose one that you think has the most potential. Principle number 2 is about having clear goals. Here are 5 exercises that you as a writer can use to develop clear goals or desires for your protagonist. 1. Create a goal tree. Start by writing down the main goal of your protagonist. Then, brainstorm and list out the steps or actions that your protagonist will need to take in order to achieve that goal. This will help you understand the motivations and desires driving your protagonist's actions. 2. Write a personal ad. Imagine that your protagonist is looking for a partner or friend, and write a personal ad from their perspective. This exercise can help you understand what qualities or experiences your protagonist values and is seeking in others. 3. Create a wish list. Write a list of everything your protagonist wants or desires, both big and small. This could include material possessions, personal experiences, or emotional states. This exercise can help you understand your protagonist's values and what they are striving for. 4. Write a letter to a loved one. Have your protagonist write a letter to a loved one, real or fictional in universe, expressing their hopes, dreams, and desires. This exercise can help you understand what your protagonist values and what they are striving to achieve in their life. And 5. Imagine a future version of your protagonist. Think about where you see your protagonist in 10 years and write a description of their life and what they have achieved. This exercise can help you understand your protagonist's long-term goals and how they envision their future. Principle number 3 is about having clear and satisfying resolutions. Here are 5 exercises that you can use to help develop a clear and satisfying resolution to your story. 1. Write the final scene. Start by writing the final scene of your story, focusing on how the protagonist achieves their goal and what the resolution looks like. This can help you get a sense of the ending you want to work towards and make sure it feels satisfying and earned. 2. Outline the resolution. Take some time to outline the steps or events that lead up to the resolution of your story. This can help you see how everything fits together and identify any plot points or character arcs that need to be tied up. 3. Consider the theme. Think about the overall theme or message of your story and how the resolution ties into it. A resolution that connects back to the theme can feel more satisfying and meaningful. 4. Imagine the aftermath. Take some time to imagine what happens after the resolution of your story. How do the characters' lives change? What are the long-term effects of the events of the story? This can help you see the resolution as part of a larger arc and ensure that it feels like a natural conclusion to the story. And 5. Get feedback. Share your resolution with a trusted friend or writing group and ask for their thoughts and feedback. They may have ideas or insights that can help you fine-tune your resolution and make it even stronger. Principle number 4 was to develop your characters and their motivations. Your characters are the driving force behind your plot, so it's important to spend time developing their backstories and motivations. Think about what your characters want, what they are afraid of, and what they are willing to do to achieve their goals. Remember, I have an entire video devoted to character development. I'll put a link card on the screen. Finally, the 5th principle was to structure your plot, and there's no better way than to use the 3-act structure. 3-act structure is a classic plot structure that consists of the following 3 parts. Act 1, the introduction and setup to your story. Act 2, the rising action and presentation of the main conflict. And Act 3, the resolution and denouement. I'll provide 5 exercises you can use to help develop a great 3-act structure. First, outline the story. Start by outlining the main events and plot points of your story. This can help you see the overall structure and identify the key moments that will drive your story forward. I have a whole video about how to outline for effective writing. I'll put a link card on the screen. Second, identify the turning points. Look for the turning points in your story, which are the moments that change the direction of the plot or character arc. These turning points should occur at the end of Act 1, the inciting incident, and Act 2, the midpoint. Third, map out the character arcs. Think about the character arcs of your main characters and how they change over the course of the story. Make sure these arcs are closely tied to the plot and that the resolution of the story reflects the character's growth and development. Fourth, consider the theme. Think about the overall theme or message of your story and how it ties into the 3-act structure. Make sure the events of each act serve to explore and reinforce the theme. And 5, try the Save the Cat exercise. This exercise, popularized by screenwriter Blake Snyder, involves thinking about a moment in the beginning of your story where the protagonist does something likable or heroic, known as saving the cat. This moment should occur in Act 1 and can help set the tone and establish the character's motivations for the rest of the story. By following this structure, you can create a clear and satisfying plot that keeps your readers engaged and invested in your story. One final exercise you can try that ties these 5 principles together is to practice writing plots with writing prompts. A writing prompt is a starting point for a piece of writing, and it can be a word, phrase, or idea that you use to get your creative juice flowing. Here are 10 writing prompts that are guaranteed to help you get started with your plot. 1. A character wakes up with no memory of the past 24 hours and must piece together what happened. 2. A group of friends discover a hidden treasure, but soon realize they are not the only ones searching for it. 3. A young woman discovers that she can time travel, but every time she does, she causes unintended consequences in the present. 4. A man is offered a job that seems too good to be true, and soon realizes that he's been recruited for a top-secret mission. 5. A group of co-workers receive an anonymous email inviting them to a remote cabin for a weekend getaway, only to find themselves trapped and terrorized by a mysterious figure. 6. A teenager discovers that they have the power to bring their dreams to life, but soon realizes that their nightmares can also become reality. 7. A young couple inherits a haunted house and must figure out how to rid themselves of the ghosts before it's too late. 8. A man is offered a chance to be the first human to visit an alien planet, but things go awry when he realizes he's not alone on the trip. 9. A group of college students are chosen to participate in a government experiment, only to discover that they've been unknowingly part of a larger conspiracy. And 10. A detective is called to investigate a series of murders, only to realize that the killer is someone close to them. Use any of these writing prompts to come up with an idea for a story, and then try writing a plot using the tips and techniques outlined in this video. And that's it in conclusion. Writing compelling plots is an important aspect of storytelling that can help to engage and entertain your readers. By following these principles, tips, techniques, and exercises, you can create plots that have clear and compelling conflicts, well-developed characters and relationships, and satisfying resolutions. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, what are you waiting for? Thrust those like and subscribe buttons now and join the community of writers on our channel. Not only does it help the channel out, but it gives you the dosage of helpful tips, a stream of tricks, and a torrent of techniques you need to take your writing to the next level. Let me know in the comments which tip helped you with your plot development the most, or if you have a tip of your own. I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure the community would too. Until next time, remember to keep writing.